So we are continuing the book, Japa book, Nine Keys of Sistostaka. So currently we are on chapter 16, page 102. Preach, taste, and distribute. The characteristics of Krishna are understood to be a storehouse of transcendental love. Although that storehouse of love certainly came with Krishna when he was present, it was sealed. But when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came with his associates of Panchatattva, they broke the seal and plundered the storehouse to taste transcendental love of Krishna. The more they tasted it, the more their thirst for it grew. Sri, Sri Panchatattva themselves danced again and again and thus made it easier to drink nectarian love of Godhead. They danced, cried, laughed, and chanted like madmen, and in this way they distributed love of Godhead. In distributing love of Godhead, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates did not consider who was a fit candidate and who was not, nor where such distribution should or should not take place. They made no conditions. Wherever they got the opportunity, the members of the Panchatattva distributed love of Godhead. Although the members of the Panchatattva plundered the storehouse of love of Godhead and ate and distributed its contents, there was no scarcity. For this wonderful storehouse is so complete that as the love is distributed, the supply increases hundreds of times. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 7.21 to 24. And for one who explains this supreme secret to the devotees, pure devotional service is guaranteed, and at the end, he will come back to me. There is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be one more dear. Bhagavad Gita 18.68 and 69. Srila Prabhupada's purport to Bhagavad Gita 18.68. Anyone who tries sincerely to present Bhagavad Gita as it is will advance in devotional activities and reach the pure devotional state of life. As a result of such pure devotional, he is sure to go go home back to Godhead. And from the purport to Srimad Bhagavatam 7.6.24, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore advised everyone to become a guru devotee and preach Krishna consciousness. Yare deka tare kaha Krishna upadesha. That is the easiest way to realize the supreme personality of Godhead. By such preaching, the preacher becomes satisfied, and those to whom he preaches are also satisfied. This is a process of bringing peace and tranquility to the entire world. Next section, pray. Srila Bhakti Vinoda Thakura pleads with his Lord in the mood of fourth verse of Sishtastaka. O Lord, this is my humble submission at your lotus feet. I do not ask from you sensual pleasure, learning, wealth, or followers. I do not beg for residence on the celestial planets, nor do I wish liberation from this mundane existence, nor do I pray for the attainment of any mystic powers. Whatever birth I may obtain due to the faults of my previous worldly activities, I pray that I may sing the glories of your holy name birth after birth. This is my only desire, O Lord, and I submit it at your lotus feet. That unmotivated devotion to you may constantly awaken in my heart as much attachment as I now have for worldly affairs. I pray that a similar degree of attachment may develop for your holy feet. I pray that my love for you may remain undistributed both in misfortune and in prosperity, and that day after day it may increase by the power and influence of your holy name. Be my life in heaven or in hell, be it as a bird or a beast, may devotion to you always remain within the heart of Bhakti Vinoda. Chapter 17, the ninth key, Krishna's causeless mercy. If we wish our attachment to Krishna and our desire to serve Him to increase, we need this ninth key. It is the master key, the key that opens all the doors to our attachment and to everything that has been discussed in this book. Ultimately, we can depend only on this key, on Krishna's causeless mercy. We may try to advance using all the tricks and techniques we have been taught and may have taught others, but it won't be long before we realize that all technique and all forms of endeavor will always prove two fingers too short. The Srimad Bhagavatam tells an instructive story in this regard about Mother Yashoda. In her Shuddha Vatsalya Prema, pure parental love, wanting to reprimand her naughty Krishna, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary on this pastime explains the master key. The Bhagavatam 10:9-15 states, when Mother Yashoda was trying to bind the offending child, she saw that the binding rope was short by a distance the width of two fingers. Thus, she brought another rope to join to it from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Although Yashoda could bind her child by love, though the size of her lap was small, the small form of the boy was all powerful. This is shown in three verses. Krishna was thinking, I cannot be bound up because I must do my daily activities of stealing yogurt and playing with my friends. How can I do these things if I am bound? Krishna's Vibhuti potency of opulence, inspired by this Satya Sankalpa Shakti or is Icha Shakti, the potency that fulfills his desires, and Krishna desired not to be born. Further inspired Krishna's Vibhuti Shakti to display his power, Aishwarya. Suddenly Krishna's Vibhuti Shakti entered his body and the rope remained two fingers too short no matter how many ropes Mother Yashoda tied together. The Bhagavatam continues, text 16 and 17. This new rope also was short by a measurement of two fingers, and when another rope was joined to it, it was still two fingers too short. As many ropes as she joined, all of them failed. Their shortness of exactly two fingers could not be overcome. Thus, Mother Yashoda joined whatever ropes were available in the household, but still she failed in her attempt to bind Krishna. Mother Yashoda friends, the elderly gopis in the neighborhood, were smiling and enjoying the fun. Similarly, Mother Yashoda, although laboring in that way, was also smiling. All of them were struck with wonder. So I will stop it here. I will summarize. So, in the end part of the 16th chapter, uh, the final two concepts, that is, first one preach, taste, and distribute, second one pray. So, in the preaching, uh, we need to uh, take the lesson and the very basic fundamental things from this Panchatattva. I mean, like, although the Krishna is storehouse of transcendental love, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came at that time, along with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, with his associates, that is Panchatattva, we all know, they broke the seal. I mean, like, they broke that storehouse and they plundered the storehouse to taste transcendental love of Krishna. Similarly, we need to beg that mercy from them in order to advance in Krishna consciousness. But here they are stating very clearly, uh, we need to preach. Is for example Bhagavad Gita as it is, so that we can taste and we can distribute it. But how to preach? We need to become the devotee of a guru. So Krishna will be happy when we become a devotee of a guru and when we understand and then preach. That is Yare Deka Tare Krishna Tare Kaha Krishna Upadesha. And that is the easiest way to realize the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And next thing, pray. Yeah, like said in this paragraph, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur always used to pray that I do not ask anything from you, Lord. like pleasure, sensual pleasure, learning, wealth, or followers, or whatever the condition I am, I always pray that I always sing the glories of your holy name, birth after my birth. So, in our devotional service, also, we have to be very careful. We should not anchor for any other activities other than pure devotional service. I mean, like, we need to pray to the Lord, please give us the strength to advance in Krishna consciousness, but not even any other thing, even materialistic activities or whatever it is. So in that way, we can increase our strength in devotional service, and also we can advance in Krishna consciousness. Next, in chapter 17th, ninth key, Krishna's causeless mercy. So this ninth key is the master key in this book. Maharaj is calling out as a master key. Why? Because without mercy, whatever the effort, whatever the endeavor, we will keep it, that may not be that much effective. So ultimately, we can depend only on this key, that is on Krishna's causeless mercy. And also, Maharaj is saying that we may try to advance using all the tricks and techniques we have been taught and may have taught others, but it won't be long before we realize that all technique and all forms of endeavor will always prove two fingers too short. Similarly, we all know that Mother Yashoda and Krishna's pastime. Even though Mother Yashoda is tying Krishna, there is always two fingers short. That is our endeavor and Krishna's mercy. The two fingers signifies here. So no matter whatever the efforts, we will keep it over here. We need to have the mercy. Even without mercy of Guru or Krishna, it is difficult for us to advance. So the bottom line is that when we are sincerely practicing without deviating, without interpreting, or without bringing and without any desires, then Krishna will look up. I mean, like Guru and Krishna will look up, and they will all automatically we can get that mercy. It all depends upon our endeavor, our sincere endeavor. We'll stop it here for today. We can continue chanting.